Hello, Federico. How are you? Oh, I wait a little bit. So since I have the question from one of the students asking me that he or I think it's this he wants to practice English with the native speakers, and what is my best advice for him? And this question is in my messenger. So I'm thinking that um, I make this clip. So if some of you have the same question, um, you may know the answer from me. And it is my personal answer. It may be right, may be wrong. It may match with your style, or it may not match with your style. So it's just for references, okay? So if you are here, just say type hi or hello, so I know that you are here. And then I hope Muhammad King Pawi, I hope that I pronounced your name correctly. I hope that you are here so you can also listen to the answer. And first of all, thank you for reaching out to me and have some kind of question related to your study, which is great that I know that you are interested in learning English. So. Hello anh Tùng, khỏe không? Okay, just wait for one more minute and then I will start sharing with you just a short tip. We don't have much time, especially I was super busy this week, and the week before it was really busy for me because I have 60,000 mails to be done by tomorrow, and I'm almost done, so I try to focus on my work. But by the meantime, I still post some of their practice in the group. So if you have time, you are interested in practicing, you will go ahead to it. Okay. Other than that, then at the end of the week, I hope that I have more time and I can review with you on my Zoom. Okay, friend. Let me turn off the music so you can hear me. Okay, again, the question is, I want to practice English with native speakers. What is the advice for you? Okay, so first of all, I would like to say if you have someone who is native speakers, go ahead and take the advantage of English learning so you can practice with that person. Okay. So first, let me say this. Speaking is just not about speaking. Speaking is just not about speaking. It sounds confusing, isn't it? Okay. What I mean is speaking is two different things in speaking. So first of all, it is about speaking and listening. Now you are able to speak, which is great. But then you don't understand by listening to the conversation. You don't understand, then you are not able to make a conversation with the partner. So clear, speaking needs two skills in there. Listening also, right? So make sure that you understand the person who is talking to you, right? It's not just about only you to speak. So, because communication is two-way, right? It's a two-way thing. So you are receiving the message and you are expressing the message. So, so learning English, there are two different things to do is um, expressive language. Expressive language, I mean the language that you are expressing out, like the words that you are, the idea, the thoughts that you're expressing out. Receptive language. Receptive means you are listening other people saying, then you process it and you understand it. So there's two things that you need to master or to learn or to practice it. Expressive language. The language needs to be expressive. The language needs to be receptive. Receptive means you are listening, okay? Because communication is two-way thing. It is two-way thing, right? So you need to be able to speak, but also understand other people saying, because if you don't understand, you cannot respond, you cannot react to the conversation, you cannot continue your conversation. It doesn't matter you practice English with the non-native speakers or native speakers, right? More specific in this sharing, I want to say topic related to native speaker, right? Okay. So the first thing, some students saying that when I speak English, it seems that people don't understand me. They keep asking me, what you just said, what did you say? Can you repeat it? What do you mean? Right? Something like that. So it's good that people pause and verify the information to make sure that they understand you. So why it happens? It's just because maybe the word you pronounce not correctly, right? So make sure that you pronounce the word correctly so people don't have hard time understanding you. Okay, so pronunciation is really, really important. You don't need to be exactly like native speaker who speaks or who say or who pronounce that word, but you try to focus on your best to pronounce the word as much as you could, right? Syllable, because words has syllable, so it's more than syllable, it's more than one syllable, it has stress on it, right? It has stress on it. So if you want to make sure people understand you, right, on your conversation or your conversation flows, you need to do some pronunciation practice. Okay, it's really, really important, guys. What I recommend is that you look at the word and try to focus on the stress on the word. For example, there are the word with two syllables. What stress? When the stress goes, right? When the stress goes. Or you can find a piece of listening material so you can listen. As I said, I mentioned before, it doesn't need to be a long clip or long materials that you need to listen to. Just 5 minutes, which is okay. Okay, so that's the first thing. Listening on pronunciation, I mean. Pronunciation is very important. Just speak slowly, right? Speak slowly and try to pronounce the word correctly so people understand you. If you pronounce the word correctly, the chance that you understand other people's saying, right? The second thing is learn phrases you use frequently in your daily life or daily language. Whatever thing, like if you learn English, but you can think in your mother tongue, whatever phrases that you usually use in your daily life, and write it down and practice it with English. Translate it into English, or you can catch up those kind of phrases on textbook or like clip, movies, music, or something like that. A daily conversation with like native speakers conversation, so something like that. Okay. But then if you just use things from the textbook, a textbook doesn't reflect much the realities when people using language is totally different from textbook. they might speak in another different way, right? So you try to learn some kind of phrases speaking style. Okay, so my recommendation for you is you go about your day and you pay attention to the phrases. You know that language is just like kind of in common. Whatever you express in your language, then the other language have kind of equivalent with that, right? And then you will write it down, whatever you think in Vietnamese. For example, if you are Vietnamese, write it down in Vietnamese, what phrases you usually use in your daily life, and then think about in English, okay? And then the third one is you should practice before you come out to talk to the native speakers. You plan your day or you plan your appointment, for example. So today you call him or her, hey, so we're going to have a coffee, chit chat with each other, and you're planning what topic you are discussing with him or her. Then you need to get ready for that one, because you need to review all the vocabularies for that specific topic. And I recommend you pick like the very normal one, routine one that you use every day. For example, if you start practicing, it is the first time you can plan ahead your introduction. Then you can come to see that native speaker, and then you can talk about yourself, and you feel more confident because you are ready. So you have all the vocabularies enough to introduce yourself, like your name, where you live, what your job is, what your family situation, things like that. So you know it ahead of time. Then you come, you share with that person as a native speaker. Then you can ask questions again to find out his introduction, right? So things like that. If you want to practice, you need to plan ahead, because you are beginner, you are just starter, right? So you plan ahead what you want to do. So it's just in general, my friends, life, you need to plan ahead every single thing to make it effective in your life. Then you know what to say, you know what to ask, and you know what other person will ask you. Of course, that talking about introduction, that person will ask you something about yourself for sure. So you feel more confident, right? Don't just go out and then, hey, you know what, I'm so happy that you're here with me, but I don't know what to say. So don't do that. To call your friends, the one that you want to practice with, and hey, today I want to see you, I'm so happy to see you, I have something to share with you. And then you know what you want to share, okay? And then learn some phrases. You can ask that native speaker, hey, do you have any special terms or special phrases that talking about introduction? You can help me out or something like that. And then jot it down, write it down, okay? Okay, so that is my third one, right? First of all, pronunciation, right? What is the second one? The second one is the phrases, to learn the phrases. And then the third one is topics, the specific topic that you want to practice. Write it down. So there's no point practicing with random topics, won't be using them. For example, if you come to see that friend, and then you are talking about a scientific project, or what kind, and any kinds of those things that you don't even use it in your life. So there's no point. There's no point at random topics. So you make sure you choose the topic you want to share with them. For example, the next time you see that person, hey, it's great to see you again. So today we are talking about education or something like that. So you know, okay, because you're practicing, right? Okay. So the being confident is the key for you when you speak with anyone, right? So when you show up, and then in the meeting, you kind of shy, you sitting there, and you just look at them, and you just okay, yeah, right, work out the way. So you need to be confident. I know easier said than done, right? Easier said than done. Whatever we say, it's easier done when we do that, right? So it's crucial to learn to be confident. So how can you do that? Like for example, as I mentioned a lot of times before, that you can practice it, talk to yourself, speak to yourself before you go out, right? So, for example, I practice the topic about introduction, self-introduction. Then I just you just record yourself and then look at the camera, treat the camera, whatever in front of you as the partner that you're going to talk to. Then you will say, hey, my name is Kay, I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm married, I have 3 children, 2 daughters and 1 son. And my first daughter is in high school, things like that, and blah, 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 right? So you practice first and then listen again. So make sure with eye contact. Your eyes should be with the person you're talking. You cannot just talk to them and look, hey, you know what, my name is Kay, and I'm married, and I have 3 children, things like that. So just train yourself to be confident, right? The tip for you is you should understand what the person is there to help you, right? So when you come to a speaking club or speaking partner, then you know for sure that that person will help you. They are not there to judge you, right? They are not there to judge you. They are there to help you. So you just be confident and be grateful that there's somebody is willing to help you to improve your English. Okay, so they don't fight your mistake. Don't worry about it. I don't want to speak because it seems that the more I speak, the more mistake I make. No, you just be confident and speak, right? Because they are there to help you. They are there to get to know you. If you call them here, any information that you discuss with them or you share with them, they are there to know about you. For me, I'm here to know about you. I get to the group where I post things, so I want to know about you. Everyone wants to know something about someone else, right? So be sure that they know they want to help you, they want to know about you. So just share whatever you can share in that topic. If they want to know more information, they can ask you. Okay, and now of course that listening is a very important skill, because if you don't listen well, you don't understand what they say, then again I said you cannot continue your conversation. But in case that you don't understand what they said, then you can ask them, right? You can use some common phrases like, can you repeat what you just said, or can you say it again if you don't mind? I don't quite get that, can you say it again? What do you mean by? Things like that to verify the information. If you don't understand, then no penalty that you verify, right? So it's better than you understand than you just nod your head and let it go, right? Because you want to know the information. So just use those kinds of phrases like ask again for understanding, ask to verify your understanding by say it again, please. If you don't mind, can you say it again? Things like that, right? Okay, so when you listen, you not listen word by word. You not listen word by word. You listen the context, the whole conversation, the whole ideas. Just pay attention to word by word individually, and it cannot help you at all. So my tips is related to listening. So you need to listen for phrases also, because for sure that you will use these phrases later on, right? Rather than words whenever you listen to a English, right? When you listen, you seem to focus on word, okay, because you are beginner, which is okay. But when you listen, try to listen in a place. In a place is a group of words, right? It's just not one word, right? Okay. So listen out for the whole phrases. On the other hand, you're more likely to understand somebody else saying, right? So when you can catch up like longer sentences, then it's easier later on. So if there are words that you don't know in the phrase, but at least you got the phrase. In general, you know the meaning. Like for example, listening. Sometimes I listen to the news. I don't need to listen all the details. I just want to see. I just want to know the main idea of that report. For example, about the coronavirus. For example, I want to hear that. How many cases, right? Currently, how many cases? How many people died of, right? And then what is the solution for it? So those things I just want to focus on to listen. I don't need to listen every single thing, right? So you know what you want to know. Okay, and so sometimes it is important and helpful that you listen to fast conversation because in the real life, people speak very fast outside, right? But when you listen to like some kind of a program that teaching you, they will program it a little bit different format to make it slowly for you to understand it. But in the real life, people don't speak like that. They speak very, very fast, right? So you don't have to speak that fast, but you need to practice or train yourself or listen to those fast conversations that between native speakers, they talk to each other. They talk very fast, right? So you just that's it the extra work for you to practice those conversations. Don't just click on the clip or the listening parts. That is very slow. Like what is your name? Right. So don't listen to that a lot. You focus on the conversation, the real conversation. What's your name? Right. They will speak that fast. Okay, what else can I say? So pretty much that is about the question. And again, I just want to sum up what I'm talking. So the question is how my best advice for you when you practice with a native speaker. Again, any partner will be perfect one for you. Okay? The first thing is I want you to know that if you have a friend or especially a native speaker that willing to spend time to practice English with you, then you should respect that time. You should be ready for that time. Treat your friends as treat like a close friend, so you can open yourself and then share things that you want to share. Okay. You need to focus before. You need to focus on your pronunciation, especially when you read the word or say the word is more like I think, but 90% correctly, so people understand when you hear the word that you say. Then you should learn phrases, daily basic phrases. When people talk, they talk in phrases. They use it a lot. You can learn it from many resources online. And then choose a specific topic to talk, right? So you set up your day, call that friends, and you can go out for dinner, lunch, or whatever, or coffee. Then say you need to write down things that you want to discuss with that friends, because when you get ready, you know all the vocabularies, you know all the questions that you may ask that friend in exchange the information, right? So I said that introduce myself. Then after I introduce myself, then I may ask question about that person. So I understand. So because communication is two-way thing. So one way is you express yourself, the other way is you listen and you understand other person sharing also. Okay. And then what else? Lesson and skill, right? It's very important in speaking, right? So you understand. People be confident when you talk. Be confident. There's nothing that to be shy about. To try your best, and you've learned from mistake, and people there they helped you, right? They help you. They don't point out your mistakes. They don't try to find mistake from you and laugh at you. They try to be there and help you if anything that they can help you, right? So don't be shy. Okay, so that's it all for today, and thank you. One more thing is try to practice fast conversation, which means the normal speed that people speak in their daily life. They speak very fast, so you don't have to understand it at this time, but you try to listen to it, so you get used to a fast conversation, because people seem that when they speak, they link their sounds together, the ending sound and the beginning sounds, they link together, so it's kind of hard if you don't listen to fast conversation. Okay, my friends, so pretty much that is about today, and I hope that I answer your question, Muhammad. I will tag you in this clip. The reason I come up here to instead of texting you, I don't really like texting. It takes a lot of time for me to text. But I think that maybe some other friends have the same questions as yours. So I decided to get up here and answer in the clip, so people can understand, people can have some kind of general idea. This is just my personal thing to say. Maybe if you ask another person, they may give you another advice, different pieces of advice. So it's fine, whatever work for you, go for that. Okay, and then have a great day, or great night, or great evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And thank you very much. And I've loved those questions. If you have any questions, just send it to me, and I will find the time to answer your question. I make sure that I follow all the questions. I don't ignore your questions. So thank you very much, and bye bye. And I'll see you later for the next question you may have. Bye bye.